Hey Hope, I told you that I would do this, and then my week got a little bit hairy. Got a lot of clubs starting up, and we had parent-teacher conferences this week. So anyway, this is hopefully helpful. You can let me know if it is or if it isn't. I'm just going to hop ahead. I know you're still in the poetry section, but I thought, well, let's start with drama because that is coming up, and hopefully you can get kind of started on that this weekend a little bit. So Unit 5, the Drama Study Toronto at Dreamers Rock is what we are looking at. So this is the overview. So we're going to learn how Indigenous storytelling has influenced the world of drama. We're going to learn about the poet Drew Hayden Taylor and read the play Toronto at Dreamers Rock. In this unit, you're going to identify key aspects of Hayden's text that reflect his life experiences and present an authentic Indigenous voice in the form of a play. You're going to study the setting of the play and how this location has been the inspiration to other artists, and you will learn how to read a script. You will identify the parts of the story, learn about symbols, and complete further research on the topic of choice. In the culminating task, you will be challenged to write a second act for the play. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so at the end, do that. That's fine. We've already had that. That's great. We know all about that. Okay, so about the playwright. So, Drew Hayden Taylor is an Ojibwe from the Curve Lake First Nations in Ontario. He's been an award-winning playwright, a journalist, columnist, and short story writer, novelist, television scriptwriter, and has worked on numerous documentaries. He's worked as the artistic director of Canada's premier Native theatre company, the Native Earth Performing Arts. He's one of Canada's leading playwrights and humorists. So you can find out more about him at drewhaydentaylor.com. So the following clip of Hayden Taylor discusses his use of humor to combat racism. I'm going to try this. I don't know how the sound is going to be, but let's give it a go. Okay, there we go. It's very true. Like it. Okay, so why does Hayden Taylor focus on Native stories? What experience pushed him to share his identity through his work, and how has the use of humor to combat racism supported him? So those are the questions that we have coming out of that. So Toronto at Dreamers Rock. I don't believe that there's anything to do along with that. Let me just double check here. What are we at? 5. Yep, nothing. So 5-2, 5-4. That's all we're going for here. If I was smart, I would just have these on separate screens so I can just open up 2 windows and flip back and forth. Okay, so my computer is not the fastest in the world. Okay, so we're back here and we're 5.2, The Dreamer's Rock. So, this is a one-act play. It's theater in the round, elevated stage, so atop a rock. Ooh. It's got three characters: Rusty Boy from the present, Kasich Boy from the past, Michael Boy from the future. Set during a lazy Saturday afternoon during the summer of 1989, and includes a language that is indigenous to Dreamer's Rock, Ottawa and Ojibwe. So, it is set atop Dreamer's Rock. It's located in Whitefish River First Nation in Northern Ontario. Give that a click if you want to have a look at where that is. It's considered a sacred site. It's used for fasting, visions, sweat lodge ceremonies, and has become an attraction for tourists. For a poet's interpretation of Dreamer's Rock, read the following poem from the Ojibwe writer Basil Johnson. So, it was a sacred place formed by titanic forces, crest uplifted, upreaching toward the path of souls into the worlds beyond, often shrouded by mystic mists uprising from vaporous lake, illuminated by sun or moon, or darkened by cosmic glooms, incarnated by breaths of life, changing yet unchanged, altering the moods of being, imparting but not revealing the mystery of becoming. It was a hallowed place, spirit pre-created, interred with the cosmic womb of its inmost substance, by preternatural law, destined to withhold from understanding the mystery of the vital force of life, yet by law outside the law ordained to infuse and conjoin with the heart and soul of men, to give increase to being, lend purpose to existence, bestowing the gift of living, but not disclosing the mystery of life. To this vision, crest, and cherished hope came youth, themselves not fully formed, or heart and mind, not with the spirit of the world yet bound, in vigil by solitary night, in fast from corporal want. They denied the worldly frame to appease the inner hunger, and cleanse the heart and mind, to merit and gain the sacred dream by which the way and mode of life and destinies are marked, and new force of being brings. It is now a public place, open in its solitude to incurious and indifferent, to other passers-by who come their transient ways, and as they pass through life, seeing rather than seeking, hearing but not listening, touching to remain unmoved, and in mockery but not in honor, they inscribe their names upon the abiding rock, as if names have a greater force than the mystery of being. Ooh. Okay, so after reading the poem, locate an image, song, or video that you feel connects in some way to the content of the poem. Post your item in the short description telling why you feel the poem connects to the poem in the Basil Johnson Poem Response discussion area. Respond in a meaningful way to the post of at least 2 of your classmates. You don't have to do that last part, but the other one is it. Okay, so I'm going to leave off for here. I hope that was helpful.